Hey guys, so this is Alex again. So after replaying the Stanley Parable, I'm not entirely sure I would classify it as a game. Based on the parameters that we have for the games, what is the goal, how are we, how do you get input, and whether the player can, is voluntarily doing all these things and whatnot that we read in the reading. I found that, yeah, there is a goal, but the goal is very abstract. It's almost non-existent until you get the correct ending. I mean, the first time I played it, I got the confusing ending, which I had no idea what the goal was whatsoever. The game just kept telling me it was going to restart itself until eventually I was going to make the right choice. So when it says that whether the player's choice has any consequences, I think it does. That basically whatever choice I make, the game is going to try and keep making me play until I get what the programmer has deemed the correct answer. So I don't really think it's a game more like an experience. I mean, in a game I have choices, and my choices do affect the outcome of the game. This one, it didn't seem like it really mattered, because, once again, I would have to just keep playing it until I got what was deemed the correct answer. It wasn't that I got a different ending, it was just that I kind of got stuck. I mean, there was one point in the confusing ending that it told me I had to restart the game or the game wasn't going to continue, and I kind of freaked out because my screen went black and nothing would happen. So eventually I realized I just had to restart the game, and then the game was like, oh, okay, finally, you did what I said, now complete the game. So I got feedback from the narrator, who kept telling me that every choice I made was wrong, so eventually I made the right one, so I guess that works in getting the feedback. So, ideas for my own game. Based on the principles that we have for the games, I agree with all of them except for the last one, which is that a player needs to voluntarily play the game, which I think it's ridiculous that it has to be a requirement, because obviously if you're a player, you're wanting to play the game. It's not like anybody's forcing you. Nobody has a gun to your head saying, hey, you have to play my game. So I didn't agree with that last one. So of the three parameters, definitely I think that those are needed for a game. I'm really torn between two really interesting ideas. One of them being a kind of a horror type genre game in which it would be more adaptive based on the player's fears, instead of it just being kind of a generic thing with lots of jump scares and kind of lame, like Dead Space or something. I'd like it to be more like intuitive, like Shattered Memories, where you did the questionnaire at the beginning and it kind of affected the entire game from there on. I totally want to do something like that. That would be really, really fun. I don't know how in-depth I could do that with the type of games we're probably going to be able to design. I'm between that or a very super realistic dating sim kind of game, in which I take personalities of other people and kind of like really put it in real life parameters, instead of being like, oh, everybody's in love with you. You really have to earn it, like in a real relationship. And maybe there'll be that character that you want to change, but you can't actually change them because people don't really change, that sort of thing. So I'm kind of bouncing between those two ideas. If you guys have any ideas to help me out with that, that'd be great. I also apologize if I sound really awful, because I've been battling the plague, so sorry about that. Looking forward to hearing from the rest of you guys and what you guys think about Stanley Parable and your own ideas for games. So, till next time.